Hey everyone, it's the Knitting Professor. What better time and occasion to celebrate woolly wool than a hot day that's equally humid? I'm here with Ari and we've brought out some beautiful wools to just enjoy and just kind of luxuriate in, even though we're probably not going to wear them or knit with them this afternoon. But, you know, just because it's summer, it doesn't mean we can't have a little fun with our favorite wools. I've got a couple of samples here from Jupiter Moon Farm. This is a Rambouillet. I like to call it a Rambouillet. But then I took French, an American Merino breed. And this wool is from, I'm going to say, the Mountain West, even though it was apparently made in Italy for knitting fever. So there you go, but it is American wool. Now, these two skeins aren't yet designated for a cool project, except for being on film today. Apparently that is their mission. It's like they're applying, they're auditioning for the next project. Now, it'd be great for a hat, cowl. It's, I want to say it's a worsted weight. Well, they're calling it DK. They're saying it's A3 light, and it's kind of light and fluffy. It is merino after all. Scarf would also be nice, or maybe a hat scarf combination. So probably not going to cast this on today, but you know, maybe if the temperature dips below 70, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. What else have we got here? Aha, Lamb's Pride. Lamb's Pride. I just love. Hey Ari. Ari's looking at me like I'm about to throw it. Do you want me to throw that for you? I could throw that for you. Nope, he's picking it up again. He won't let me throw it. I think he's a little tired. When he doesn't want me to throw his ball, he just grabs it. So this is wool mixed with a little mohair, and it is made in Mitchell, Nebraska. 15% mohair, 85% wool by the Brown Sheep Company. This is a worsted, definitely. And I love these two colors together so much that I am celebrating on this hot July day the sweater that I made with this wool. I should just put this on now and sweat, you know, and just enjoy it. I mean, I worked hard to make this sweater. It was a lot of fun. All made of the Lamb's Pride worsted. In fact, I think I might have another ball in here. I'm not sure. I just like celebrating it. I just like wool, y'all. I mean, I don't care how hot it is. I'm a woolly wool girl. Let me see if I have that. Yeah. This ball here. Still have the label too. This is from Woolly Works Knit Shop in the outskirts of Colorado Springs, Black Forest, Colorado. Isn't that cool? So she took Lamb's Pride, and for all I know, she could have overdyed this. It wouldn't be too shocking if that was the color she started with. And then, yep, kind of did her own thing with it. Hand wash, non-chemical soap. That's what the recommendation is. So I incorporated this into that sweater as well. It was a lot of fun. Let's celebrate brown sheep yarn on this hot July day. Now here's some wool that would be luscious. I'm probably gonna not knit with this bulky wool today. However, I look forward to the opportunity. Peyton's Upcountry 100% wool, made in Canada, or as it says on the label, Heco in el Canada. There you have it. Right there. Let's think about a warm country and a warm day and a cold country. Warm, cold, it's like they're combined, right? So we got this beautiful bulky wool, and I remember kind of talking to some of y'all about best things to make with this wool. Blankets have come up. I mean, I could see this being really a wonderful lap blanket. I've got a bunch of skeins which I inherited, and of course I'm gonna keep them because guess what? They're wool. They're housed with my lavender soap and cedar chips in the hopefully not vain hope that they will steam all three. Of course, they're also stuck in a plastic bin. So No specific thoughts yet on using this. If you have used this yarn, tell me about the project. Share with us. It would be so interesting to know the use that you made of it, because it's very woolly and it makes me happy just doing this. At least I can enjoy the wool like this today, right? And there is enough of a breeze to where it's not too bad. Am I going to throw your ball? Huh? Ari's like, he let go of his ball, but I have a feeling if I reach for it, he's going to take it. He's looking at me cockeyed. He won't let me throw it. That's okay, Ari. You can have your ball. I don't need it right now. I like wool. Let's choose some more yarn that I have knit up. This Fritted's yarn, this is a very woolly wool. Wonderful from, I want to say, Norway, Sandnes. And this wool is really interesting because it's very lightweight, but it knits up thick and heavy. So what you get is a lightweight garment that's also extremely warm. And again, I inherited this beautiful wool. I've got it in multiple colors, mainly reds and blues, a little yellow, and this sort of variegated self-striping fun yarn. And as many of you know, I knit this from that yarn, and this sweater is so warm that if it's 28 degrees and sunny out, I can wear this over a t-shirt with a hat, maybe a scarf, and my trademark jersey sweats, and I will be fine. So we've got some wild flowers going on here with all these bold colors. My goal was to use as much of that inherited yarn as I could, and as you can see, I like how the self-striping worked on the sleeves versus the body. It's just fun. It's just so much fun. It's a wonderful, warm, robust sweater, which I can't wear today when I'm on the lawn, which I might not do because, I don't know, the lawn, well, number one, we have clover. The bees love that stuff. I was just reading an article. South Dakota is a big honey producer, and they're figuring out ways to mitigate the risk of colony collapse. So given how hot it is, I don't think the grass is going to grow very much in the next week, so I don't think I'll mow it. It's much more fun to hug wool. I like hugging wool. What else have we got? Ooh, another wonderful woolly wool from Noro. Yes, and as I have confessed, so this is, it says viola. I think that's the type of yarn, as opposed to the color. It's 100% wool, and it is very woolly. It's very, some people would say scratchy. I do not mind that at all, because what that tells me is that it's woolly, it's warm, and it's just got this wonderful tactual quality to it. Plus, those colors. I want to knit this up so badly. I was at, I think it was Stephen B. last month, and I asked them, so they had some Noro, but it was like the silk or the, you know, it wasn't the wool, not this anyhow. And I was like, do you have any? They're like, oh my goodness, if you have 4 years, we can get it for you. So apparently people are snapping this stuff up and it's disappearing, which to me is kind of insane. I mean, I understand, and I don't know if it's tariffs or what's going on. If you know what's going on, why this particular wool is getting tricky to get a hold of, let me know. Here on the front it says Viola #1 Sawara. Maybe the Sawara, is that the color? Is that what I'm looking at for the colorway? In any case, I have like basically 3 balls of this. Now it may be enough. Well, at the very least it would be enough for a vest, wouldn't it? I could knit a vest, although I don't know, I probably wouldn't want a vest to be quite so heavy. I like making heavy sweaters because where we live, again, you know, if it's 30 and it's maybe a little foggy or it's not too windy, the sweater is enough made of this stuff, right? So that's one thing, but I would wear a vest maybe to just keep it a little warm indoors. I'd probably make that out of like DK or sportwear or something like that. So anyhow, I love it. I want to celebrate it. It's hot and I don't care. What else have we got in my goodie bag. Oh, I wanted to show you this beautiful sweater that I made from Noro. I should just put this on right now. Do you like the buttons? It's got little dogs on it. They're like little Scotties. Very cute. So yeah, this is the sweater I did make. And to be honest, I don't keep a yarn journal, which is kind of unfortunate because then I would know how many skeins I used. Wouldn't that be smart? But I did combine it with another non-Noro wool and it worked fine. So if I have to combine those skeins with a different kind of, I would call it an Aran weight yarn, then I can certainly do it. Wonderful stuff. What else have I got? There's so much woolly wool. I only brought a few things out here because Ari's looking at me like, when are we gonna play, Ma? But in any case, talk about woolly. How about this stuff? I gotta be careful because it breaks really easily. In fact, I think it just broke. But in any case, this pencil roving type of stuff, the unspun, I am making a sweater. I just started, so a lot of you guys know. And again, we'll try to be careful as we tug on this so as not to bruise. Sounds like a line from Bewitched. But that's my start. I got the ribbing done and I have started on the color work. This is a Icelandic pattern. And it's the Manchalope's yarn. I bought this, so if you do like woolly wool, if you're as nutty as I am, you're thinking about woolly wool today in July when it's 90 degrees. Warmth, a wool studio in Omaha, has a magnificent selection. And what I like about what they carry is that they don't just carry stuff that's unaffordable from, you know, the wealthiest countries. Well, like Noro. They have a lot of wonderful woolly wool from Spain and Portugal. They also have some from Iceland and Great Britain. Speaking of woolly wool, I didn't bring any out. I could have, but I'm a huge fan of Lopi, and maybe next time I'll bring that out, even if I just do a short. I love Lopi. I know a lot of people are like, it's scratchy. I don't have that problem. It's very robust. It's affordable. They have beautiful dyes, great patterns. It's consistent yarn. I really enjoy it. I like these bags too. It's fun to drag these out. So I would love to know, are any of you knitting stuff with woolly wool today? Maybe if you live in Australia or New Zealand, would make sense, right? Because you guys are in the middle of winter. Now I don't know how wintry your winters are, but it could be that this sweater with the fritted garn would be just perfect for you today, depending on your weather. I have to just content myself with cotton t-shirts. Now, as far as what I am knitting, you know, like I've kind of worked on the Manchalope's project, kind of tinkered with it, kind of gotten started. I find that having even those wheels of yarn on my lap with the cat and with the other cat gets a little warm. So I have been doing a lot of sock knitting lately, and that's likely to continue because the high is supposed to be in the upper 90s for as long as the forecast is telling us. Ari just found his friends. My son just let his dogs out. Here they come. So it looks like it's dog playtime, but I would love for you guys to share whether you have any of your woolly wools out in this weather, and if not, what you are working on. I'm told we may need to have some branches cut off that cottonwood tree. We'll see. So in any case, have a wonderful day, and let's keep in touch, and we'll talk soon. Ciao.